Hey queens! Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't picked up the camera in ages, but I am doing vlogmas this year on TikTok, and I swear to God, it's so hard keeping up with actually having to vlog every single day. And I'm on like day 7 now and I'm going strong, but it's really annoying me how I can't put out any other videos apart from vlogmas at 11 o'clock every single night. So my content has been a wee bit lacking lately, but I just wanted to pop onto YouTube and give a little review of the Windy City series by Liz Tomford. I finished the last book this morning and oh my god, I'm literally still in mourning of this series. I do not want to let it go. And I feel like I had to come onto YouTube and just give a little review because I did the same for the Off Campus series. This might be my new top favorite series. Like, I have read a lot of really good series this year, and I've read so many books this year. I think I've read like nearly 30 books this year, which is a wee bit mad. But I just had to give a review for you because this series, there wasn't a single book in this series compared to the off-campus series that I didn't quite like the last few books. I loved every single book in this series, and that's a first for me. So let's talk through what I thought of the Windy City series by Liz Tomford. I also do apologise for the lighting. The mood outside is just doom and gloom. I've also just finished like my laundry and I need my water bottle on standby because I am so out of breath and I have 5 books to go through. So let's get started. So the first book of the series is Mile High. This was actually a very controversial book, so a lot of people were saying they didn't like it and they actually preferred the other books. It was very similar to Icebreaker and Wildcard. Like, those were really like underrated books, which I thought were really good, but a lot of people had a lot to say about them. I loved this book. I loved the characters. So Xander's is like the hockey player, who Stevie actually is the flight attendant for their like hockey team, and that's kind of like how they meet. And it's kind of like if we do this we get in trouble kind of thing. So it was very like behind closed doors and like sneaking around and stuff, which I don't normally love, but I really love like the intimacy in this book. Stevie is a bigger girl as well, which I just felt very seen. Like, obviously I'm not a big girl, but I have a lot of insecurities, and a lot of her insecurities kind of were similar to mine. So I felt very seen, and the way Xander's just appreciated her for everything. And I really loved the intimacy in the book. The characters, there was 2 specific characters in this book that weren't mentioned in the other ones. It was Madison and Logan's relationship. Like, they just had such a healthy relationship, and it was getting into the, what's it called? The wag life, is that what it's called? So I'm not gonna give it away, but they do step into the wag life. Um, but no, I just felt very seen in this book, and I actually thought it was a really good first book, and it strung me in to read the rest. So this one got a 5 out of 5 stars for me. It was so good. The next book of the series is Right Move. Now, I spoke about this in my November favourites. Can I just say, I started reading all these books at the end of October, and now it's like the first week of December. So it's taken me like a good month and a half to get through all these books. But I have been on such a ride, and oh my god, I really should have appreciated it more, because now that it's over, I'm like, what do I do with my life? I loved Right Move. Like, I spoke about it in my November favourites. It's between Ryan and Indy. So Ryan is Stevie's brother, so that's kind of where that comes in, and Indy actually used to work with Stevie as well. Indy's such like a bright and colourful character. I really resonated with her too. I resonated with the majority of these characters, but I resonated with Indy and Stevie the most. She's just a very colourful person, and Ryan was kind of like the shy, like I didn't want to speak to anyone kind of guy until Indy came in. So basically she needed somewhere to live, and Stevie was like, oh well, Ryan doesn't have anyone, you could stay there. And there's a small act of kindness, it's actually quite a big act, that Ryan does for Indy in this book, and if anyone's read the book they will know. Ryan just had my heart. The way he just was so protective over her, and just their intimacy and their connection. And oh my god, and he called her Blue because indigo was like a type of like blue and purple, and his nickname for her was Blue. And oh my god, I just love these pairs so much. Like, these maybe were my favorite couple out of the whole series. This book just has my heart, so another 5 out of 5 rating. Next book of the series is Caught Up. Now, this did get a 4 out of 5 stars for me because this was a nanny trope, and I do not love nanny tropes. I don't know about anyone else. I just can't get on board with them. But I love the little boy in this book. Like, I really wasn't expecting to like love the entire storyline, but the wee boy did it for me, and I was like, actually, this is actually a really cute little storyline. I really loved, so Miller was the girl. She is a pastry chef. She was like a big time chef, and then she came back to work as a favor for her dad, who is Kai's boss basically. So Kai is a pitcher. Is that baseball? I really love like the intimacy. I feel like Kai in my eyes is maybe a bit more like in his 30s, a wee bit more like older than maybe like in your 20s. So it kind of had more of like an older kind of vibe to it, but I really loved it. But I was kind of just waiting for this one to end. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this one kind of just went on a wee bit too long, and I was like, okay, I feel like I know what's coming, but like, can it hurry up already? So that's why this one got a 4 out of 5 for me. Like, I feel like Ryan and Indy are still like my top two. This one I was just like, when is it gonna end? But I loved their connection, just everything about it. Fourth book then is Play Along. So this is between Kennedy and Isaiah. Isaiah is actually Kai's brother, so that's kind of where that lies in. And Kennedy actually works for the baseball team. I don't love fake marriage either. I feel like fake relationships, I've seen so many movies and TV shows, I'm just used to it now, but I really don't like them. Like, I don't. I think they're really cheesy. I think they're really cliche. This was a fake marriage, so basically they got married to save her job in Vegas. Isaiah in the first 2 books as well was portrayed as very like a funny, kind of goofy kind of guy. But whenever you got to understand where all of that kind of goofiness came from, it was hiding a really big secret. And it was just such a lovely little book, and just understanding more of like what was under his skin. He is a very dirty guy as well. And I feel like the majority of these books, we kind of learn something about maybe the shy, the funny guy, and maybe there's something else to them. Which I really love. Kennedy I really liked as well. I feel like she wasn't my favourite character of the series, but I liked how she had her wits about her. She was going into an arranged marriage, and then she obviously got married to this guy. And I just loved it. Was very friends with benefits at a point too, because obviously they were married. But I did like it. It did get a 4 out of 5 for me because like I said with Caught Up, it wasn't my favourite, and I could kind of see where it was going towards the end, but it was a really good read. Finally, rewind it back. I finished it this morning. It took me a week to read this book because this one actually did come out this year, so it's still pretty fresh. This one was about a high school sweetheart. So Rio, similar to Isaiah, was very like the funny goofball. Basically at the end of Play Along, it was basically him saying like, I want what you guys have. Like, these 4 friends all got in relationships. They were all this big friend group, which I loved, by the way. And he was like, okay, but when's it my turn? Like, I loved the friendship between Rio and Indy. Like, they literally were like the cutest friends ever. And I loved how it was such like a healthy friendship, like a boy-girl friendship, even though he hit on her so many times before Ryan. But I just really loved Rio. I feel like he kind of reminded me of Dean from the Off Campus series. And I feel like he's not spoken about enough. Like, I went on TikTok just scrolling through his name. Like, this man this man is very protective, like Ryan Shay, whenever it comes to his high school sweetheart. I am not going to give away any spoilers because there are so many spoilers I could give away. But the love that he has for Hallie, his high school sweetheart, which their relationship actually broke because of 2 things that went on in their lives. Hallie was really, really lovely too. She was very different to the first 4 characters, which I loved. And Rio was obviously the bond that was holding everyone together. But I'm just so sad that this series has came to an end. This obviously got a 5 out of 5. But definitely my favourite couple was from Right Move of Ryan and Indy. But this is a close second, I'm not gonna lie. This book just really just pushed me over the edge. I was like, oh my god, this series is coming to an end. Liz Tomford, honestly, she writes such a good book. I'm pretty sure she has another one on the way too, which I'm really excited for. But this whole series, I honestly could not recommend enough. I was warned so much that I was going to love it, and it's taken me this long to actually read it, but I'm so glad I did. So yeah, if you've read the series, you know you know. If you want to read it, definitely read it. So yeah, I hope you have a great wee day.